Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Transformers review. And as you can see, I'm doing another smaller scale, more modern Transformer, and this is again actually a Red Alert figure, but this is from the Cybertron line, and it's a Legends class figure from 2006. Now, as you can see, it's modelled along a kind of armoured car, come artillery sort of weapons platform. It's got quite a futuristic weapon on top, so it's maybe a space type cannon, something like that. Actual vehicle mode is a little bit poor. None of the larger wheels actually move, they're just moulded on details. You rely on little tiny wheels down the bottom there for actual movement, which is a little bit of a shame. It would have been nice, although it doesn't really roll because they aren't really that brilliant for actual movement as such. Probably just enough to stop the toy itself scratching your mum's table if you was playing with it. A little bit of gold picked out sort of on the sides, and a little bit of sort of a dark bluey grey with an Autobot logo picked out on the top there, but a little bit of moulding detail for the armoured car sort of sections of it. But all in all, not that brilliant. And obviously I just picked out the colour of the wheels, but again, like I say, they don't move, so, you know, would it hurt them to have done a little bit of colour in the centre of the wheels or something like that? Don't know. The most colourful thing is actually the weapon, in the fact that they've done it silver with a little bit of white and a bit of red on it. But I suppose all in all, a little vehicle mode, if you weren't too fussed, it's not so bad. The weapon itself is on a ball joint on a little arm, so you can pivot it all round. One big flaw, and I thought actually when I got this from a boot fair that it was actually missing a section, is the fact that the inside of the back of the sort of vehicle mode is all open, and you can obviously see the robot inside. So I did think, oh, there's a bit missing of this one, but as it turns out, this is actually how it's supposed to come. So again, a little bit disappointing in that way, but you know, what can I say? I'm not as bothered about that in so much of what I paid for this, but I certainly wouldn't want to pay a lot of money for it if I was buying one new. Transformation, as with a lot of Legends sort of size figures, is pretty basic. Just move the weapon out of the way. You take the middle part of the rear section and flip it backwards, and then you can just bring the gun back down onto like his shoulder, as that reveals the top half of his body. His arms are literally just on pivots at the shoulder. Not a great deal of hand moulding. Obviously there's zero sort of articulation, it's just at the shoulder. Bit of a shame in that way. Not too bad a face sculpt. A little bit of colour obviously for the head and the chest. A little bit of moulding. Not so bad in that, but not brilliant. A little bit of leg colour as well in the same sort of blue. But to finish off the legs, all you've got to do is split the front section apart, which is just sort of pegged together, and then you just flick around the front of the armoured car part, and you just end up with a large heel spur at the back of the legs. So all in all, not a brilliant figure, not the worst. I would say actual quality of how it's built is better than the previous Red Alert I've not long filmed. But it's really, you know, playability wise, you know, this is going to be a minor figure in your collection. You know, compared to some of the other Cybertron Legends class sort of figures, it's not that good. As I say, I wouldn't rush out and pay full price for this. I would only pick this up as a second-hand toy and figure. The paying out £5 odd for this, you would feel a bit ripped off, to be honest. But if you're a completist, I suppose you might still want him. Anyway, I thought I'd do this little review again, showing good or bad in these sort of smaller figures. Anyway, I shall see you again for another Transformers review. Feel free to sub. Feel free to watch any of my older vids. You might well find something G1 that you might not have seen before, and also, well, a few other mixtures of different generations back in my other reviews as well. Feel free to comment and feel free to rate, and I shall see you again. Thanks for watching.